Guys, deluded gooner, it's me again. Now, Wenger needs to be a bit more like Sam Allardyce, man. And I don't mean in terms of management and them things. No disrespect to Big Sam. I must admit, I know I banter Big Sam and say certain things about him, but he's no means a dinosaur. Realistically, you could say he is, but he is. He embraces technology a lot, and people don't give him credit for that, man. Like why Scout can't even say it and them things there. But Wenger needs to be a bit more like Big Sam. And what I mean by this. Take Barkley. Barkley and Alexis, two different players. Alexis is 30, Barkley's, you get it. And I'm not going to disrespect no one because Barkley's decent. But yeah, two different calibers of players. Contracts are both running out. Similar situations. We don't need to talk about the stature of the clubs, but two similar situations, right? Barkley, he can talk to. He's known it's not looking like at this moment in time he's going to sign a new deal. There's talk of other clubs, and his future is in his hand. Big Sam is coming out here and just openly saying his future is in his hands. We don't know where we stand. Wenger is out here saying, Wenger, I love you, you're my guy, but you make it so hard, man, when you say things like, you're like, he's still our player, which is true to be fair, but he's still our player. Nobody knows if he's going to stay or go. In fact, he could still stay. I believe he wants to stay. I don't know where and then saying, I don't know where his head space is at. I don't know if he's with us long term or short term. Like, you're just taking the fans for an idiot. Like, and on top of that, like, you're just adding to anxiety of things. We know he's off. We know he's off. The slimmest hope a man stays is if we get top four, and it's not going to happen in terms of Alexis staying. So, and top four looks a myth, man. I off topic, I can't lie, man. That whole ref thing really messed me up, people. But yeah. Like, just be honest with us, man. I know I've made numerous vids saying the same thing, and Wenger, you're my guy, you're my third granddad, but, like, come on, man, come on. We're in January now. We've been saying we're approaching. I was just about to even say myself we're approaching. We're in January. Where's the centre-half now? I know it's difficult to do business in January. I'm not going to get into all of them things. But you know you need a centre-half. On the eve of this Chelsea game, we are stretched. Hopefully Koscielny plays, but we are actually stretched. I love Chambers. I love Holding. We need to put them in a space where they can get destroyed and they can have good games and learn. But are they the finished product? No, and that's nothing against them. But what we do need is a calm, composed, in his prime centre-half that doesn't need any work like these, man. We're not having to manage them like Koscielny and all of these things. And on top of that, that's another point as well. Koscielny, you're killing the man's Achilles. Like, come on. We need a centre-half. Like, we need it, man. We need it. Like, we need numerous positions, man. About 5-6 signings. We're never going to get that. But centre-half for me is the biggest area, man. Especially if you want to keep switching to 3 at the back. Imagine Koscielny at least for another 18 months. Mustafi with a bit of coaching. It's another centre-half. Holding on people's heels. Chambers on people's heels. You get where I'm going, guys. There's not much more to be said. In short, just be honest with us. Like, just really be honest with us, Arsene Wenger, man. And try to do some business in the January transfer market. If guys could ask me, I'd probably say a centre-half's the big thing, man. Of course, we know we need a midfielder there, a central midfielder, 2 cases of a central midfielder. Of course, there's a winger. There's a glaring case for the winger because Iwobi's not seized his chance. I love Iwobi. I actually believe he should move inside. But he's not seized his chance in the positions that's been available for him, playing on the right-hand flank with a couple injuries and being stretched. Welbeck, important games, we know Welbeck really can't finish, but we need him on the right flank. There's a case for a winger there, like, there's a case. For the sake of bodies, I really did not understand why Perez went on loan as well, man, because we're stretched. Like, we're really stretched. Like, whether these players are good or not, and we know there's a lot of deadwood man need to move and things like that, but we're really stretched. There's not much more to be said, man. Guys, deluded Gunner, in short, hopefully a centre-back comes in the transfer market in January. If you ask me, of course, I'd love a winger and all of these positions I've named, but a centre-half is the one position I would love. Is it even the 31st of January again that the transfer window closes? Whatever it is, people, I'd love for it just to close and we've got a centre-half. I don't care if it's apologies, people. I don't even care if it's a known player or not. I always say to you guys, scouts, do your job. If you can go and find someone in China, go and find a player in China that's competent and he's going to improve and he's the finished product and he's going to better our team, then do it. If you can find someone on your doorstep in Islington where the Emirates Stadium is, do it. But what we need to do is get these things done. Now, by this time in January, the 2 men in Raul and Spen are now here, so hopefully we do this thing now. Obviously, we're probably going to do it in the summer, but you'd like to think in January. I'd love to wish. The dream is free, of course. So, yeah, man. Guys, I'm out. There's not much more to be said. I'm just rambling at this point. I'm out.